Hello, hello, crafty peeps. Welcome back to my channel, Crafty-ish-kristyn. Today, I'm going to be working on my cross-stitch conversion project, and I asked on the YouTube community tab and in my Facebook group if people had any questions or anything like that that I could answer while I'm working on this. I thought it might be a little change of pace than me just like muttering and swearing at the canvas in my mind. And maybe it will make the little section go faster. Potentially. I don't know. We'll find out. Duncan is guarding my canvas, and Dose the Christmas pig obviously is here as well. What am I working on? So this is a cross stitch pattern that I am using as a diamond painting pattern instead of, cross stitch, obviously, because diamonds. Woo, starting off good. The name of the pattern is Geode, and it is by Electric City Stitches. I will have everything I'm using and all that jazz linked in the description box. The finished size of this is going to be about 121 centimeters by 121 centimeters. It is 450 stitches wide by 450 stitches down. That means stitches equal diamonds. I am splitting this up into 3 canvases. So we are right here in the middle canvas. And each canvas is about, I think, 43 centimeters wide. And then, long enough. There is extra space. I made it bigger just in case I screw it up. Because that was a fear, is that I would have it be too small and then I would be scrambling to try to figure out how to fix that. There are 136 colors, and I am using the Art Dot 240 bottle storage case. I only have 2 trays. I think in the case there might be some overflow diamonds. There's also overflow way back there. Obviously, I'm not going through it super fast. So when I need to, I will fill up and all that stuff. But for now, this is more than enough. I am using my pen from Jim's Handmade pens. This is one of the mini pens. Love, love, love it. Just the perfect little size for my well, no, sorry. My hands are not perfect, but my little hands. This is a Flawa Designs tray. Probably too big for what we're working on, but this is just what I grabbed. Bee's Crafty Corner release paper. It's not Halloween anymore. It's just was on there. I need to swap them out, and I actually have some that I really want to order for the holidays, and just general usage, because in my opinion you can never have too many different release paper designs. This canvas is from Evermoment, and the drills were from DPF Handwork, and that was a story, and I'm not fully recommending that at this point. I do have my pattern on Pattern Keeper on my tablet, and I have done 0 stitches today, and I am at 72,750 stitches out of 202,499. 35% of the way done. If I actually just worked on this, I probably could finish it in a timely manner, but I don't do that. So let me get rearranged and zoomed in, pull up my questions on my computer, and we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, I think I'm as arranged as I'm gonna be. I said arranged, not deranged. Yeah, this is by far the hardest video to set up for in terms of like getting things organized and like camera angles, because you have to, well, at least I feel like I have to be so incredibly close to the canvas, and then you need to have the tablet, and it's just, it's a bit much, you know? So there's a lot of pausing and making sure the angles are, I mean, number one, I have to be able to see. So, but I want people to kind of be able to see what I'm doing in case you are actually, you know, looking up from your canvas while you're working. But it's, yeah, this is the hardest one to get organized for, and just, you know, because I feel like the canvas has to be so close to me, but the closer it is, the closer the camera is to my head, and then I bump into it, and it's just, you know, it's a mess, but it's okay. You ain't coming here for perfection. That's, well, if you are, then, you know, I'm sorry. But yeah, okay, so I'm just getting a few Duncan, could you not hit my stuffed pig? Seriously. He is such a butthead, I swear. Okay. Of course, now I'm getting a bunch of text messages, because why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I get text messages? So let me get a few, let me get this color down so I have some, I call these my anchor, my anchor diamonds, or my anchor stitches, because, you know, they go by stitches, but really it's just, I try to pick one that has quite a few diamonds so I can see, like, you know, what am I trying to say? It's early. It's way earlier than I normally film, so if I'm a little scatterbrained, that's why. I feel like if I have some, like, lines and defined sections, that they can help me kind of find my way on the rest of the pattern, since there's no pattern on the canvas. And this is very confetti heavy. I will take all the help I can get. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, get rid of one of those diamonds. All right, do that. Doot. So I did ask on Facebook and on the community tab if people had any questions, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. I am not, like I said, I am not an expert at much of anything. And obviously some of them are not diamond painting relating, which is fine too, you know. If something is, you know, like a little too personal or a little too sensitive, then I may pass on it. And if you did ask me a question and I did not answer it, it could be operator error on my part, and I apologize. And if this is a successful endeavor, then, you know, maybe we can do it again. It helps me, so I don't have to sit here and rack my brain and, you know, tell you about the latest the latest confusion I might have at the grocery store or something. You know, I have a lot of confusion. Oh, I can tell this one is right in the table crack. That's all right. Let's see. Okay, we're doing this. We're doing it. Duncan is still sitting in the same spot right now. He's silently judging me and my super crooked diamond placement. But you know what? He couldn't do any better. So, okay, that is not. Okay, that is not in the right spot. Well, it is, but you don't realize how small these freaking diamonds are until you're trying to get it in an exact little tiny little square. Okay, there we go. Okay, I have some down. And I turned my tablet to the side. I've never turned it, because the pattern keeper, the app will turn with your, you know, your, what do they call it? The tablet orientation. I've never done that, but that might actually work better for doing this on camera. Okay, 3834. Let me grab that one. Where is it? And if you're new, I have, oh, nope, you're not going to focus? Okay. Some of these I have highlighted on them. That means that color is ridiculously trashy and I have to be a little more diligent. Like, you can't see it, but there are a lot of curved ones in this color. Like, I can just see the curve with the reflection of my super yellow overhead light. Ugh. If I was more motivated, some of these colors I would replace. But like this one, oops, let's see. This one has 466. So I'm like, do I really want to deal with replacing them or just, you know, suffer through it? I mean, I don't want to suffer, but I don't know if I want to spend the money to replace some of these colors. I did replace the black. I do remember that because the blacks were just, oh God, they were a nightmare. So I did order a bunch of blacks from, I think it was Geode Gem Shop. Because I was like, nope, there's so many blacks in this. I am not gonna deal with that kind of stress in an already kind of like not overly relaxing project. Okay, wait, I just did that wrong. So see if you can tell. Can you see what I did wrong? I only put it one square up. I will say the Evermoment canvas is kind of nice because it has these numbers up and down the side to kind of help you go, oh yeah, that's, you know, line number 5 or whatever. But my brain sometimes sees those numbers and thinks that they're not squares I should be putting diamonds in. So depending on how your brain works, you could have that same problem. Yay. Sharing is caring. Okay, so see, I put this one crooked. And now okay. Definitely take your time if you are doing something like this. And put your diamonds down straight and in their little, nestled in their little squares as precisely as you can, because it will help you later when you're going, what the heck square is that supposed to even be in? Don't be like me. Because like this right here, I'm like, what is going on? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this goes 3 up. So see, I did not put that in the right one. Okay, yay. All right. All right. Oh, don't copyright infringe me. Oh God, don't be doing that. I'm not in the mood. I'm already in like Facebook kerfufflery because for some reason I can't thumbs up and heart and laugh at posts. I have no idea why. I emailed Facebook. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it's resolved by the time this video gets published. Fingers crossed. All right, thanks. All right, so I'm going to do the YouTube community tab questions first. Let me get another color. All right, these ones, 553. Okay, that little triangle color. And I'm not going to say people's last names when I get to the Facebook ones, just so I'm not going to be calling anybody out like this. Peeps, I made a huge mistake when I was working on this square. Let me know in the comments at what point you can tell that I have screwed up. I'm genuinely curious. It's bad. It's really bad. Not like dangerous bad, but just like, wow, lady, you really screwed that up. So please let me know. And you can laugh at me all you want because I'm laughing inside right now. I'm going to have to cry and fix what I screwed up. But please let me know when you notice things are not right. Oh my God. Okay. And just full disclosure, I did not get through everybody's comments. since I'm already interrupting myself at this point, I did not get through everybody's comments. So if I didn't answer your comment, I will do another video fixing what I screwed up. And I will finish answering the comments. And if you have any other questions or comments or, you know, things you want me to answer in another video, please do. So, all right, back to the regularly scheduled program. Okay, so question number 1. Oh, I hope I can answer these. I did kind of scan over some of them just in case I actually had to look something up. But I tried not to really read and, you know, formulate answers in advance, if that makes sense. So, okay. Okay. Oh, that was only 4. All right. I did not need to put that many diamonds in the tray for 4 diamonds, but I did. Okay. Hang on. Next question. Next one. Okay. Okay. It's going to be one of those flighty videos. Woo! Lucky you guys. All right, here we go. Oh, I love this color. Super pink. Super pink. Okay. Did I? It's the theme of these videos. Me going, did I screw this up? Probably. Okay. Northern Diamond says, hey Kristen, I'm just wondering about what is your favorite diamond painting that you've ever worked on and why was it your favorite? Love your channel, by the way. Keep up the good work. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Favorite. Well, I'm really bad at picking like one thing. Like if somebody says, what's your favorite movie? I'm like, I can't do that. I have a few favorites for different reasons. One of my favorites is probably the Cheer Bear canvas from Art and Soul. And I will put a picture of that up on the screen. I really enjoyed the process on that one. I think that was my first Art and Soul canvas that I worked on. And I really enjoyed it because, I mean, number one, I thought it was adorable. I liked, you know, I liked the image. The materials, the drills were amazing. The canvas was sticky. It was a little confetti heavy, but it wasn't, I didn't feel like it was unnecessary confetti because I do believe that at least that one was computer rendered. But every time I worked on it and I'd be like, oh man, that was a confetti heavy section, I would step back and I would see the image and I'd be like, oh yeah, no, that was worth it. So it wasn't unnecessary. And every little section had, you know, different colors and, you know, different cute little elements. Like there were the little stars and then, you know, just the little areas of the bear. It was very enjoyable. Okay, let me make sure I'm lining these up properly. Another one that I really enjoyed, oh my gosh, I almost just spilled those, was Gethsemane, and that is a Mandy Manzano. Oh, and the Cheer Bear was Regan Kubicek. I'm going to try to give credit to the artists because, you know, they work hard. The next one was Gethsemane from Diamond Art Club, and that is a Mandy Manzano, and that was the first Mandy Manzano I did. And I never really, you know, you hear people say that they love the Mandys and, you know, the coloring book style with the kind of the black outline, the stained glass, and I totally understood why people like those after I did that one. I think I did. Oh, I missed the pink. You know what? This is what I do. I just stick an extra one in there from that one and no one will know. I loved it. It was just every little section was enjoyable. It was just, I don't know. I don't quite understand why I liked it so much. It came together pretty fast for it being a decent sized canvas. And I'll put a picture if I haven't already. Editing Kristen, do that please. Thank you. You're my favorite. What else? mean, I just did one recently from Erin's Diamond Addiction, and that one was from Cajun Beauty, and it was called Prisma, and it was a very colorful cat. That one was enjoyable as well. Super colorful, and just, it came, like, I swear, all my favorites are squares, too. Yeah, I like colors, obviously. And, you know, sometimes I think an image just, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it just kind of speaks to you, and you get excited to work on it. And for me, I know if I really like an image, but the materials are hit or miss, you know, it kind of takes away from some of the enjoyment. So that is one reason why I will definitely choose, you know, more premium canvases over some of the more budget-friendly options. And I know not everybody has that choice, you know, and obviously work on what makes you happy. But for me, if I'm going to get frustrated while I'm working on it because my drills are, you know, not lining up and they're tabby and the glue is crappy, then it's all downhill. And then I'm more likely to put it up and just not want to work on it. So it was not a short answer. I'm not a short answer person. I wish I was, but I'm not. All right, another beautiful pink color. All right, let's see. Let me get these lined up. Next one is from Elizabeth, and she says, "Hiya, what do I have to do to get you to ship the cats to Norway?" Well, unfortunately, I don't know if they would survive a trip to Norway, and most of the people in my family would sadly be devastated if I shipped them out, unfortunately. But there are times that I wish I could. But for the most part, our cats are pretty good. Did I screw that up? Potentially. Oh, see, this one's in the wrong spot. Yeah. So, also, my nephew and I think they need to come for an extended holiday. Oh, yeah. I'm sure they would love all of the added attention, because they do like attention. They are, well, when they want the attention. You know, they want attention when they want it. It's like when you want to pet the cat and it's like, no, I don't think so. You're like, but I love you. I really hope you cannot hear my stomach making weird noises. Wow. Yikes. Hopefully. I don't know how to edit out sound, so, yeesh. And she said, oh my gosh. Okay, so I sent her extra Pippi stickers, right? And, because her nephew wanted a set. And so she said, the Pippies are still doing great. Last weekend, they went skiing. We have made little pockets for the Pippies so they don't get damaged or wet as they travel along with my nephew. She said, have a great weekend and give my cats a hug. I love it. I know. She also said that the Pippies went to a Halloween party at like preschool or kindergarten. I'm like, dang, dude, her Pippies are more like well-traveled than I am. I love it. I love it. So yes, no, sadly, I don't think the cats would make it. They don't even like to ride in the car for 5 minutes to go to the vet. They're little divas. They certainly are. All right, and now we have okay, and if I mess up names, I'm just saying it now. It's nothing personal. It's just I can't read properly. I think it's Ingder. It's INGEDIERCKX. So I cannot pronounce that. Hi, I'm a new subscriber, and so I apologize if I ask you something that you may have said before. Well, I repeat myself all the time, so absolutely no worries. No worries about that. I would like to know a few things. How do you select a canvas if it is not related to an event for diamond painting? I also would like to know what kit in your stash is the one you look, hang on, I can't read. You most look forward to working on? Oh, oh. Okay. For me, if I'm not working on an event canvas, and for the most part, like I don't do a lot of events just because a lot of them are a little more, they require more work, and you know, like if I have to fill out forms and stuff, I'm probably not going to do it just because I'm lazy. And if I have that added pressure of you have to have a fresh start and you have to finish it, and then my brain goes, nope, abort. This is not something you can do. That's just me. Some people love all the rules and have no problem with it. I can't do it. How do I pick a canvas? I might go seasonally, but I just pick something I know I want to work on. And I say try. Hang on, I'm looking for this color. A7. Okay. I try to not just work on every single new canvas that I get. Because if I do that, then I'm never going to finish the canvases that, oh, pen, hello. Oh yeah, this one, yellow. Some definitely trashy, like that one isn't, oops. Oh, I lost it forever. Okay. I won't try to show you the trash ones again. I try to switch, right? I try to go, you know, newer canvases and older canvases. I don't have any super quote unquote old canvases. I mean, I've only been diamond painting since last March. So I don't have any canvases that have been sitting in my closet for, you know, 3 years, 4 years. But I definitely know that I have canvases in my closet where I keep all the diamond paintings that I don't think I want to work on, which is kind of bad. But when I first started, I thought, oh, I need to have lots of projects lined up because what if I don't find a canvas I like? So I would buy, you know, 3-4 canvases at a time. And before I had really done a lot of diamond paintings, and I kind of quickly realized that this is not really my style, or I don't think I want to work on something this big, or, you know, with these colors, or whatever it may be. So I definitely have some that if I had to like pick out, you know, I don't know, 10 canvases and I had to get rid of them, I probably could do it without, you know, shedding a tear. It's just kind of what strikes me. My daughter seems to think that every canvas I make is for her. So she will see things and she'll go, oh, I want you to work on this one next. So sometimes it's, I'm told which canvas to work on. And other times I might, you know, if I think, oh yeah, maybe this person, you know, might want this canvas, or, you know, if somebody comes over and sees a canvas and they're like, oh my gosh, I love that, then I might push that to the front of my list to work on that. Because, you know, I'll give it away. Because what the heck am I going to do with all these ginormous finished diamond paintings? Besides stick them in a portfolio under a bed. You know, I can only hang up so many things in my house. And sometimes I do canvases with no intention of displaying them. I think, oh, that might be fun to work on. Or because of the channel, I do tend to try and buy canvases from, you know, companies that I've never tried out before. You know, sometimes it's a gamble. And sometimes it's just to kind of be like, hey guys, I tried out this, you know, company, so, you know, you don't have to be scared of ordering from them. And sometimes you should be scared of ordering from them. So that's kind of, I don't know if that answers the question, but I do what I want. I do what I want. That's kind of my short answer. And that's why I have so many projects that are started, because I'm like, I want to start this and I want to do this. And then I might get bored and then I do something else. I'm trying not to do that as much, but you know what? We only got one life. And if I want to start on a new canvas, I'm going to start on it. And then when I start to get overwhelmed because I have too many things started, then I will work on finishing those things. As what kit in my stash I'm most forward to working on? Words are hard. See, and some of these I should have prepared for, but I was trying not to, you know, what? I have a Becca Tyndall, and it's like a space with two cats. I'll put a picture. I'm gonna have so much editing to do on this video. I'm really looking forward to that one, just because I haven't done a painting like that. And I know that a lot of people really like her artwork. So I'm excited for that. It's 3688. Okay, got that. That's a coffee cup. What else? I did just order something from the one with the diamond art, and I'm really looking forward to that one. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them that I'm like, I want to work on, and I'm like, I gotta stop buying stuff so I can work on these, but, you know, part of the hobby, they say, is collecting, but I try not to get too many, then I start to get overwhelmed. So, I hope that answers the question. Let's see, The Only Ann Mako says, I'm curious to know how you got into diamond painting. That's a good question. My mother-in-law, she did a little partial for my daughter for Christmas 2 years ago. And I was like, that's interesting, right? That's interesting. And I think I was watching a video from an art person, like an art YouTube channel. And they did something involving diamond painting, and I was like, that's interesting. That looks really tedious, and for some reason my brain sometimes gravitates towards really tedious looking things, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And my daughter was like, oh yeah, I'd like to try that, and I was like, okay. So I ordered a little keychain set, and I ordered a little 30 by 30. And I watched a bunch of videos. Like, I remember I watched a bunch of Rebecca at Add More Zest and some other, like, you know, diamond painty people. And I got the thing, so I kind of knew, like, how to kit it up. Kind of. I used the baggies, which, yeah, after the cats saw those baggies, I had to figure something else out, because baggies are tasty. And I was like, okay, well, I need to know how to do this, you know? Because if she's going to want to do it, and she might get frustrated, so I need to, you know, I want to make sure I know what I'm doing. So the kit that I bought for her was like, I'm just going to do a little corner, just a little corner, you know, so I can help her. Yeah, no, I sat there for, oh man, how long was it? I think it was maybe an hour on this little 30 by 40 canvas. And I did the whole bottom row, and I was like, yeah, I got to order some more of these, because this is not going to last. And she actually did not want anything to do with it. She was like, this is stupid. This is too hard, you know? And I'm like, okay, I'll do it for you. And I ordered, I think, 2 more from Amazon. And then I was like, my mom and I went, it was right around my birthday, and we went to Joann's. And they had like some diamond dots, and they had Diamond Art Club, and I had seen those names, you know, in the YouTube videos, and I was like, well, those might be better quality. So I got the Diamond Art Club, and it was actually, what is it called? Abstract Cat, and that was a square, and I started on that, and then I instantly went on Diamond Art Club and ordered 3 more canvases, or 4. I think it was 4. Because I was like, oh yes, no, this is way better quality, because one of the Amazon ones I had brought was like, it just wasn't really sticky. And you know how sometimes on the budget ones, it looks like it's gonna look one way, but there's no way that the detail is gonna come out. I didn't understand that. So once I started the premium ones, I never looked back. because I enjoyed it more. It wasn't as stressful, and I really liked the square diamonds, which I know a lot of people don't care for squares. But for me, I felt like they lined up better, and it just, with cats, the rounds, you know, you got the fur and the dust. So that is how I got started in diamond painting. I thought my daughter would like it, and she does not have the attention span for that, you know, which I think a lot of kids don't have attention spans for some of this stuff nowadays. You know, they see, ooh, that's super curved. Ugh. You know, they see things on the internet where, you know, oh, hey guys, look, we're going to do this long and tedious project. And then the person snaps their fingers and cuts to a scene that's like a week later and it's done. Well, yeah, that's not how the real world works. So she was expecting the, you know, 30 by 40 diamond painting to take 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, she only had a tiny square. And she was like, I'm out. Which, you know, I've always been a tedious project person. So for me, I'm like, no, it's fine. Yeah, no, this is super like detailed and is going to be overly complicated. Let's do it. All right, I am on the Facebook post, and if I don't get to your question, I will answer them in another one. And like I said, if people like this, you know, maybe ask a question on this video if I haven't answered it in, you know, already this stuff, and we can do it again. All right, okay, I'm confused. Doesn't take much. Okay, let me get, and there are some troll questions in here, and because the troll wanted to ask questions, I will also read her responses. And just so you know, this is all approved trolling. No feelings have been hurt. No butts have been hurt. Because somebody knew that said I wasn't going to try to read them, so she decided to say, oh, well, I'll just help her and answer them. So thanks, Mushmallow. Thank you so much. I will put her channel link down below and her Facebook group page. So if you would like to troll her, you can, because sharing is caring. She really likes pink. So if you're gonna post a picture or a meme or something, make sure that it's like the pinkest picture possible. That's a lot of P's. Okay. Oh, look, the first comment. I went ahead and helped Kristen out and answered some of these questions for her. Thanks. So we have, oh my goodness. Okay. So Denise says, have you ever been to the East Coast? No. I have always wanted to go to New York. I don't think Florida's considered the East Coast. I've been to Disney World when I was a nanny. I went with them to Disney World, and that was not relaxing. That was very stressful. That is the most East Coast I have ever gone. So she's in NC, which is North Carolina. Look at me knowing geography. And she said, and I've driven all over the country, a big loop, down to Mexico and up through Canada. Whoa, that's a lot of driving. I've had multiple adventures. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. I can't even imagine how much that would cost in gas right now. Gas is so expensive. Our gas is like almost $4 a gallon in Washington State. It's ridiculous. Oh, I only put one. So if I just have one or two, I just put them in the lid because it makes no sense. But then I'm always afraid I'm going to spill my diamonds all over, which I've done. And then she says, do you want to talk about how I dropped everything and left for Bolivia? Yes, you can explain to us in the comments about that. I would love to know, because that is so out of my comfort zone. Like, my brain cannot even understand that. But I love hearing other people talk about how brave they are, because I am not brave. Okay, let me get another. Oh, thank you. Oh, yes. 154. Oh, that's another trashy one. Great. Great. Great, 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 great. Okay, hang on. And then I said, well, then I responded and I said, that's crazy. And then someone else said, stop reading the comments. And I said, I'm sorry, I can't help it. Because that just popped up and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I was like, nope, don't read, don't read, don't read. So my bad, my bad. Oh, I realized I have my little weight on my canvas, but it's still sliding. Oh my gosh, and now I'm throwing my pen. Okay. Oh, okay. So what is the worst shade of pink? That's from Mushmallow. And I actually did look this up because I saw that. And she said, you must pick one DMC. So I did. And I'm going to show you what I think the worst shade of pink is. So I looked it up. And I'm going to go with light shell pink. Because when I think of a pink, I don't think of a brown pink. And medium rosewood is kind of it's more of a brown, but those two right there. So you didn't get me. Sorry. Neener. Let's see. So then, and then Leanne responded with, no idea the DMC number, but pink Pepto is nauseous. That is an amazing color though. And, oh no. Yes. And then Mushmallow said, I agree. I live on Dr. Pepper and Pepto. Oh, well, geez, that does not sound like a very healthy diet. You should include some cookies into that diet. And then Kim asked, who named your co-stars, Sharky and Duncan? Well, my husband, we agreed we were going to name the cats. Not let the kids do it because, you know. I figured if I'm the one who has to take care of things, I want to pick a name that I like. So he named Duncan, and he named Duncan after the character Duncan Idaho in the book Dune, because that was one of his favorite books, or one of the few books that he actually read all the way through. Because he's always had a hard time reading, but I think that's what he said. I could be wrong. Joke's on him, because, you know, Jason Momoa is smoking hot, and when he was in Dune, he played the character Duncan Idaho, which I'm like, that's too good. But he didn't name him after Jason Momoa's character though. And sadly, actually, I really could not. We watched that movie. I agreed to, because of obvious reasons. I could not. I didn't understand the movie. Number one, it was way too complicated for me. And number two, Jason Momoa didn't have any facial hair. So, just no. He needs the facial hair. But it's fine. I named Sharky. Originally, I had a bunch of girl names picked out. And all the cats that were available for adoption were boys. So I thought maybe I could name the cat Luna, even though it was a boy, because names can be, gender neutral. We can do anything we want nowadays. But we made it one day, and everybody kept referring to Sharky as she because of the name Luna. And I was like, no, granted, the cat's fixed. It wouldn't have been the end of the world, but quickly realized that's not going to work. And so I kind of was like, well, we got to pick a name. And so cat was kind of slinking around, and gray. And so I said, what about Sharky? And that one just stuck. So I had tons of girl names, but the girl cats, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, which I might not be, they can't, I don't think they can adopt the girl cats as quickly, because I think they have to wait a little bit longer for them to get fixed. I could be completely wrong, but all I know is there was a litter and there were four boy cats, 2 gray and 2 kind of like brown tabby looking. So that is how the names of the Kit Kats came to be. Jennifer says, I want to do this one day. I'm assuming she's meaning the cross-stitch conversion and not the picture of the adorable Care Bear that I posted when I said I will ask questions, or maybe she wants to answer questions. I'm not entirely sure, but I would say if it's the cross-stitch conversion, I do have a few videos about kind of how to get started. I would recommend trying a small one before you take on a giant behemoth being like this. Because if you spend a bunch of money on something and you decide that you don't really like it after all, you know, I mean, some people won't care, but others, you know, it could be a big investment of funds. So that would be my recommendation. And if I can remember, with all the editing I'm going to have to do, I will try to put a link to one of those videos that I made. I made I think it was 2 parts, where I said, you know, this is how you can pick your canvas, this is how you read the patterns, etc. etc. Where am I going? Hang on. Did I screw up? No. Well, maybe. Possibly. It's fine. I feel like, oh yeah, well, I'm missing a drill there. You know what? It's just going right there. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Will it be you starting laying drills or the beginning process? That is from Melissa Diamondana, also on YouTube. I think she is referring to, hang on, let me read it again and try to pay attention to my brain. I think she's meaning, am I going to be putting drills down on the canvas while I'm answering questions? And if that is, yes, I am. And if I don't understand what your question is, then please let me know and I can try to answer it properly. Oh, Diamonds and Doxies, also on YouTube. How many kits do you have in your stash? Well, see, that's something I could have prepped for. But if I am going off of my memory, which questionable, I am going to say that I probably have between 35 and 45 kits in my stash. And I am just counting premium kits. So licensed artwork, you know, not from a budget company. And I know for some people that might seem like a lot, and for others that might not seem like many at all. That's about the level of comfort I think I am with having that many kits in my stash. Because like I said before, I do want to work on some of the ones I have. I don't want to buy things and then decide later on that I don't like them anymore. And hang on, this one is like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, up 1. Yeah. Also, I kind of have a fear of buying kits and then having the materials and stuff get upgraded. And then me having a bunch of kits with like crappy drills or, you know, just not as good as their, you know, upgraded versions. Because companies are upgrading their canvases, they're upgrading their drills all the time. I mean, I know people will comment on like, oh, this is an older, you know, Diamond Art Club and, you know, the square drills are a little bit more gappy or they're more trashy or tabby or whatever it may be. That kind of gives me a little bit of fear. So I don't want to have a bunch of kits that then are going to be upgraded and then they're going to be amazing and I'm going to be like, damn it, why do I have all these, you know, I mean, not that they're crappy kits, but if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes it makes sense to me in my brain. That's another junky one. And you know, I am a hobby switcher. That's just, I've always been a hobby switcher. Starting as a kid, my mom would, you know, get really into a hobby, and then she would, you know, find something else. And so she would work on something else, and then she might come back to the other one, you know, a few years later. So I grew up watching somebody, you know, if they have an interest, they'll research it, they'll try it out. And I have always, to my husband's horror, been the same way. And I will go all in on a hobby. Like, oh, I want to try diamond painting. Okay, well, I'm going to go buy some trays, and I'm going to go buy a nicer pen, and I'm going to buy 10 kits. So I don't want to have, you know, hundreds and hundreds, thousands of kits, because if I decide I don't want to do it after a certain amount of time, then I have spent a bunch of money. And yes, I know you can destash. That sounds like a ginormous pain in the butt. Just mailing like one thing, it's such a pain, and it's so expensive. And what if people don't want to buy the kits that I have, you know? What if they're like, no, your kits suck? I mean, I know there's certain kits that are very desirable, like the princess panels and stuff like that. I don't have any of that. You know, I don't think I have any limited edition, you know, discontinued, high demand kits. And you know, that's another thing that I don't buy into, that FOMO, like if you don't buy this kit right now, it's going to be discontinued. If that's how companies want to do business or whatever, like that is their thing. But for the most part, I'm gonna have to really, really like something in order to, you know, fight off the masses to try to get it. Okay, hang on. There we go. I think that's where that goes. If not, oh well. I feel like that one is not in the right spot. What's going on? Put that one, then there's that one. Okay, well, that one's going there. Okay, so I hope I answered that question. Now, that's not to say that more kits might not come into my stash, you know? I mean, I'm not ever saying I'm on a no-buy or I'm on a, you know, for me, I'm trying to be a little more selective about what comes into my house. So, there's that. Okay, let me go down this way. Come on. Come on. I'm glad I charged my computer. Okay. Oh dear. And Mushy replied to that. To add to that question, how many more pink fluffs do I need to suffer through before you get to the good, dark, and creepy stuff? I have no good, dark, and creepy stuff, okay? So, you're gonna have to deal with the pink fluff. I'm sorry. I do have some paintings with some black in it, but I definitely make sure to counterbalance the black drills with cuteness. Absolutely. Absolutely. Actually, one of the kits that I'm going to work on for the pink and black event that we're co-hosting together is from Raven Diamond Art, and it has lots of black in it, and it actually has more black than pink. Oh, I'm like throwing her a bone, and she's not even appreciating it. Rude. It has Five Nights at Freddy's. The Five Nights at Freddy bear guy. I don't know who he is, honestly. I just thought, like, there's not many diamond paintings that I think my son would like. And I was like, oh, he likes Five Nights at Freddy's. So I showed it to him, and he goes, no. Like, what? You don't want a demonic, like, pizza place bear on your wall? The only diamond painting he's ever wanted was the Garfield painting that I did. And even then, he was like, okay. So he does not have the, you know, the desire for the diamond paintings, which is totally fine. Okay, That is, no, that's one too many. Get off there. Get off there. And then Mushmallow wrote, have you tried sweet gherkins sliced up on a taco salad or on a taco? I can say that I have never done that. Never done that. And no, if no, when will you? Our so here, I'm going to show my pickle ignorance right here. I don't know, are gherkins, like, what exact type of pickle is gherkins? I like dill pickles. That's about the only pickleage that I care for. So if it's like a dill pickle, I might be willing to try that. If it's more of a sweet pickle, those kind of creep me out, and I don't know why. Because I love candy and sugar and sweet stuff. But I will try it the next time I have a taco or a taco salad. I will try. I promise. I'm not just saying that so you don't, you know, send some scary paintings to my house. Nope. Not at all. Leanne responded, I love sweet baby gherkins in salads in summer. And then Mushmallow said, try it on tacos or nachos or anything. It will change your life. And she said, I just might. I love nachos. I also love nachos. Nachos are amazing. Like, you have chips, you have cheese, you might have other things. Although, honestly, I could just do with chips and cheese and then have some salsa and some guacamole, and I would be happy. To make nachos a meal, I might add some, like, Costco rotisserie chicken. And I'm like, look, I'm being healthy. Look at all this extra protein I'm eating. But no, it's just, it's a ruse. Okay, let me get, okay, I did not put those down straight, did I? Nope. It's fine. Go in there, little friend. There you go. I do like that clicking noise. Oh, it's so satisfying. Okay, there's that. Get those off. Okay. Next. Oh, wow. Mushmallow again. Where does your love of Care Bears from, and how might one tarnish it for you? Wow. Wow. Nothing will tarnish my love for Care Bears. But my mom, she had a bunch of the original Care Bears when I was a kid. We still have them. They are in the attic. I don't think we had the whole set, you know. That was back when, you know, you actually had to go to the store and buy things. But we have a lot of them. And we had a 3-bedroom house. And since I was an only child, you know, only needed 1 bedroom for the child. And so she had a craft room, a sewing room, if you will. And she had all the Care Bears kind of like on little hooks. That is wrong. And they were kind of like lined up around the room on the walls. And, you know, when I was a teenager, I was like, Care Bears, ooh, I'm all like tough and whatever. But then as I got, you know, older, I'm like, oh, they're so cute. And it was the nostalgia of them. And so I saw that comment and I wore my Care Bear sweater just for you. So I don't know. I think it's the nostalgia for me. And, you know, they seem so sweet and innocent. And, you know, like each one of them has their own little personality, right? But for the most part, I feel like the Care Bears are trying to help people. They're not trying to screw other people over. And I feel like we need some simple things like that. Like, our world is so full of just people trying to one-up everyone else and to, you know, to be better than someone else. And so for me, I don't know. I feel like the Care Bears would be supportive of everyone, you know? They want everyone to get along and love each other and all of that happy rainbow colorful stuff. Okay, 3685. 3685. I get so confused with the 3685 and the 3865. Why must you do this to me? This one only has 40 left in this painting. Only 40. Wouldn't it be cool if I got a 0? I'm not going to get a 0 anytime soon, but it would be cool. Okay. Continuing on our journey of answering the questions. Okay, there's those two. And what does a fox say? Again, from the troll, Mushmallow. Well, my favorite saying that the fox says, I like the, ahi, 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 ahi. That's my favorite thing that the fox says. And story time. When my son was a little, I think he was a toddler, and that video came out. He loved that video so much. He thought that song was hilarious. And if you don't know this, it may just blow your mind. And I don't know if it still works. So if it doesn't, I'm sorry. But if you ask your Amazon robot, I'm not going to say her name, and you say, Amazon robot, what does the fox say? And she will say different parts of that song, which is genius, in my opinion, on the part of Amazon. So yeah, try it. I'm not going to do it because then I'd have to scream her name and everybody's Amazon robots would get triggered, and I don't want to trigger anybody's robot. We don't need a robot revolt. So yeah, you can't trick me. I'm sorry. How long has it been since you successfully made your husband an edible banana cream pie? From Kim. Well, I haven't done it yet. Since my last fail. I did learn some things potentially from others. So maybe, maybe like Thanksgiving, maybe I'll try to make him a banana cream pie. He would love that because he is not a pumpkin pie person at all. So I think he likes pumpkin sometimes, but pumpkin kind of tears up his stomach. And I don't know, like, we don't know if it's pumpkin or it's like the pumpkin spice that a lot of things add to pumpkin, like pumpkin muffins and pumpkin breads that you buy at the store. Something in those, yeah, no, poor guy. He's tried so many times over the years and he's like, I can't do it. And if you're going to make yourself sick, then it's best to not do it, right? Okay. Here we go. All right. 5. Let's see. Number 5. And let's put those down. And that was from Kim. And yeah, sorry, Kim. I'm going to try. I am going to try. I'd like to redeem myself before the new year, if at all possible. At this point, I don't know how I could actually make a pumpkin banana cream pie. Not a pumpkin banana cream pie. Oh God, that would be gross. A banana cream pie worse. Because it was pretty much banana cream soup. Maybe I'll buy one from somewhere and tell him I made it. He'd be like, no, I know better. Oh, yeah. I have some skills, but elaborate baking is not one of them. Usually my baking tastes good, but it looks like garbage. For the banana cream pie, it looked like garbage and it tasted like garbage. Okay, there's, let's see, 3740. 3740. And then, of course, Mushy had to respond, and she said, have you met Kristen? I can answer that question for you. Never. Do not let that woman in a kitchen. It's just a room for appearances. Yes, I'm the one who makes dinner, like 99% of the time. And some nights I like to call it eat it or starve, or there is always the ever popular hobo dinner where you just find something to eat. You put it in your face hole, you eat, and you don't pass out from lack of nourishment. There's that. And then Kim said, I have to admit, I haven't seen any yummies on her page like I see posted on your Facebook page. Well, thanks for comparing my page to Mushy's. Wow. I don't have somebody who's helping me cook like she does. I mean, she basically has said that she doesn't cook at all. And she chains her poor hubby, Mr. Sundown, in the kitchen and makes him cook for her. So I'm kind. I don't force others to cook for me like she does. So there. Yes, he does post some amazing food, though, I will say. And Sundown is actually going to make his own YouTube channel. I will definitely share that when that happens. That will be exciting. Super exciting. I know lots of people will subscribe. Hopefully I get a shout out with a, hey girl, because, you know, I live for those hey girls. And if you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about, it's fine. I got a message, a voicemail message from Mushy, and he was answering a question for me, and he started it with, hey girl. And so now every time I get anything or I see his name pop up, I give him a nice, hey girl. Hey girl. It's all in love, I promise. I promise. And trolling. Okay. Oh, let's see. Marissa from Diamonds and Thoughts, another YouTube channel, says, would you rather single place a large high confetti kit, oh God, or do a giant canvas using only the tools that come in a super basic toolkit? Green tray, wax, ooh, the kit comes with, and the pink super thin pen. Oh geez, dude, that's like, neither? Neither. But if I have to choose, because, you know, trying to answer the questions, I guess I would do a high confetti kit, single placed. I don't even know. I don't know if I could use the pink wax. I know some people, you know, like they use the toolkits and, you know, they like it, or, you know, it's out of necessity. Is that backwards? I don't even know. I can't. Yeah, that is upside down. Good job. Even these ones are super trashy. These Jaded Gem Shop ones. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would have to say a high confetti kit, single place, because at least I would get to use quality materials. I would get to use, you know, a comfortable pen and a wax or a putty that, you know, doesn't make me want to claw my eyes out. You know, I see the, what is it, the Diamond Art Studio kits where they have, you know, the 190 something colors. I see them and I'm like, those images look amazing. I just don't know if I have the patience for it. Same with the J-Walls. I watch Debbie the Crafty Diamond, also on YouTube. She does a J-Wall event in, I don't know if it's April or May or both. And I see all these amazing paintings. Oh my gosh, I am just popping diamonds every freaking place. But I don't think I could do one. I don't think I have the motivation to do one. But I love the images. Like, they're so amazing and they're beautiful. But I don't think they're for me. But I love seeing them. Same with like paint gems and those little mini canvases. I love seeing other people's. I would have to be in a very, very special mood to work on one of those. Oh, I mean, maybe if I was traveling, that would make sense to bring something like that. And I may try one. You know, I've done one of the mini dazzles and it was okay. I don't think I would only want to work on those, but I like more detail and stuff. So they're just, I don't know. And they are, you know, they are kind of pricey. Although now I see that places, okay, what happened to, Yikes. Train wreck. I have seen that places like AliExpress and Temu and those places are now making small kits as well that aren't as expensive. And even places like Bella Art Diamonds is making smaller little kits as well. So it seems like it's, you know, it's becoming a... go down. Ah! You'd think my diamonds had static for how much jumping they're doing. It seems like they're becoming more popular and there's more options. I've heard good things about the Michaels, the Make Market ones, and I believe those are round. If you're, you know, like, oh, I don't want paint gems because they're square. And I've heard, it's interesting, I've heard some people say that they love the paint gem diamonds, and then I've heard other people say that they thought the paint gem diamonds were trashy. Okay, I cannot see what I'm doing with these dark drills right now, so don't watch if it's horrifying you, because they are just, seriously, they are just sliding all over the place for some reason. Could you not do that, please? I am trying to get this done in a timely manner. Thank you very much. Turd burger. Okay. Well, I might have to go back and fix that after the fact, but for now, we're just gonna, it's fine. So yes, no, I would rather do high confetti single placed. I am an aggressive shaker. I cannot have a low-sided tray. Absolutely not. And pens, nope. Nope. Pink wax, nope. I would be refilling that pink wax like every 3 seconds because I'm such a heavy placer that it just squeezes out all over and makes a giant oozy woozy mess. Oh, dumb. Hello. I'm not even looking at my pattern. I'm just like, look at all these empty spots. I'm just going to fill them in with black. No. That whole area was indeed black, but... And I bent my tweezers again, trying to put alien putty in my pen. I cannot not keep these tweezers unbent. I don't know why. Okay, fill in all these. Pay attention to what you're doing. This is how people make mistakes. Because they try to talk and do things at the same time. Oh my gosh. No, I'm just... Okay, that one's trash. Okay. What was your most embarrassing moment? This is from Elizabeth, and Elizabeth also is on YouTube, and that is Lizzie's World of Gems. I think I've got that right. If not, somebody correct me. Well, I can think of one thing off the top of my head. There are lots of embarrassing moments in my life. I don't think I could narrow it down to just one, but one that pops into my head just because I just had my yearly doctor appointment, and I was so relieved that it was not the yearly womanly doctor appointment. Luckily, I apparently did that last year, and I just blocked it out of my brain, so I didn't have to do that this year. So my most embarrassing moment that I can think of right now is about that. It was before I had children, and my OBGYN doctor was right next to a hospital, and he was a busy guy, right? He was very popular, like all the ladies wanted him, you know, delivering their babies and all this stuff. He was very knowledgeable, so I understand. So when you're not pregnant, you know, you don't get to see the real doctor. You have to see a nurse practitioner, which is fine because the nurse practitioner wasn't canceling on you to go deliver a baby, you know? Well, the nurse practitioner, she's an older lady, super sweet, you know, like never had a problem with her. Hang on, let me find this color, 3608. The nurse practitioner, she was very sweet. I don't want to go to that doctor. I don't want to take my clothes off, and I don't need giant Q-tips and stirrups and paper gowns. Just never looked forward to that appointment. And I'm a nervous talker. So I had been reading a People magazine in the waiting room, and there was a story about, I think it was like Julia Roberts had just had her twins, and it was like a whole story about, you know, interesting celebrity baby names. And that was, although I think celebrities are still naming their kids weird things. And there was probably, you know, like the Gwyneth Paltrow, you know, with Apple, and I think Jason Lee had, his daughter was like Inspector Pilot or something like that. And so, making awkward conversation, as one does when, you know, somebody's down there who I don't feel like should be down there, but, you know, medically, okay. And she was saying something, and I was like, oh yeah, I was just reading this article in People magazine about, you know, interesting celebrity baby names, and, you know, how celebrities, you know, are, they don't want to be like normal people, and they want to name their kids weird things. And she's like, oh yeah, like what kind of names, you know? And she could probably tell I was nervous, so making conversation. And I was naming things off, and oh, I still cringe, like probably 20 years later. And I said, you know, there's blah, 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 blah. I said, and then, you know, Julia Roberts just had her twins, and, you know, she named them Finn and Hazel. And I was like, Hazel is such a, like, an older person's name. I can't imagine a baby named Hazel. And at that moment, sanity creeped back into my head. And I remembered that my doctor's name was Hazel. The one who was, you know, with the Q-tip and the speculum and all that. Yeah, her name was Hazel. And I was like, not that there's anything wrong with the name Hazel. It's a cute name. I just can't imagine a baby named Hazel. Like, word vomit was coming out. Just, yeah, I mean, it was a little awkward. She kind of laughed it off, and, you know, then I had to get back dressed, and she left the room, and I scurried out of that office, completely mortified. And then the next year, when I got my little reminder card, like, hey, you need to make an appointment, oops, I did that wrong. I called, and they were like, okay, so, you know, you want to schedule your appointment with Hazel. And I was like, maybe I should try somebody else, you know, just, you know, test out the field, right? Like, because do I want more people seeing my delicate lady bits? No. But do I also want to talk to the person that I basically insulted their name? No. So they said, okay, well, what about, you know, I don't know, Gina or something. And I was like, that sounds perfect. I don't think I can make fun of somebody else. Yeah, not that I'm going to make fun of anybody's names, but yeah. That was one of my most embarrassing moments that I can think of. I mean, if I really sat down and brainstormed, we could do a whole video on that. So, and just to be clear, I'm not trying to, you know, I wasn't trying to make fun of anybody's name. It was just, it was the nervous chatter, and yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. And of course, you know, I got home and I told my husband, and I was like, oh my God, I insulted the OBGYN. And he's like, what? And I said, and he just started laughing. He goes, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you remember what her name was? And I said, it's kind of it's not like an everyday situation where somebody is, you know, in that area, and it just, I don't know, it just came out. And then I instantly, you know, tried to fix the situation. He's like, what did you say? And I'm like, what did I say to try to fix it? I said, I don't even remember. I probably just was sputtering and backtracking and just made it even worse. So yeah, no. Never saw that nurse practitioner ever again. Thank goodness. She probably didn't even it probably didn't even faze her, you know, but for me, I still remember that. And anytime I see something named Hazel, yep, I kind of, like, we go to this candy store when we go to the ocean, and it's called Granny Hazel's. Every time I see it, yep, every freaking time. So, 3836. Okay, let me grab the next color. Come on. Oh, 3836. Oh, Katya. Katya. And Katya is also on YouTube. I got a lot of YouTube people in here. She's Carpe Diem Does Diamond Painting. And she said, Jason Momoa, naked or clothed? Well, it would depend on the situation. Are we in public? Because he should probably have clothes on. Just saying. Also, if he was naked, I might be distracted. You know, what if I was driving a car and he was even just shirtless? I think it would distract me to the point of potentially, you know, causing an accident. So if we're home, I would say naked. If we're out in public, I don't want to share him with others. So I'm going to say clothed. I mean, granted, I should share him with the world because, you know, he's a gift. But, you know, I don't need anybody, you know, getting mad at me for indecent exposure. Some people might thank me, but others, you know, with children and stuff, you don't want, you know, a giant, burly, naked man walking around. Okay, 844. 844. Oh, and what did Mushy replied? Fake question, one answer is invalid. Well, yeah, I'm trying to be good, okay? Samantha said, what made you start diamond painting? I did answer that kind of earlier with just, you know, I thought my daughter would like it, and she did not care for it. And I did. And I had just, because again, I'm a serial crafter. I was doing, what craft was I doing? I think I was doing the Zentangle, like the, you know, kind of intricate doodling, but I was kind of getting a little tired of it. Basically, what was kind of happening was that I was overthinking it. Shocking, I know. And it was becoming harder for me to sit down and have it actually be relaxing. I was trying to make it too difficult. You know, I'm like, oh, my pens aren't working right. I need to find new pens. I want to try this paper. I want to try this pattern, and it's not working. And I was making it stressful. And so then I saw the video about the diamond painting, and then I wanted to try it. And then, you know, then I kind of moved on from the Zentangle, doodling, watercoloring, etc. to diamond painting. You guys have good questions. Nice balance. 315. One of these. Woohoo, one. And Lynn asks, why did you decide to do a cross-stitch conversion over doing a kit? Stupidity. No, I'm just kidding. But I saw other people doing them, and I was like, that looks interesting. And, you know, oops, hang on. I didn't mark that off. Don't be like me. I saw other people doing them, and I thought, that looks interesting. And then I was thinking that I would try to start a channel. And I thought, well, that could be good, you know, content. You know, people could watch me suffer and struggle to learn how to do this more complicated thing. And I thought maybe, you know, maybe I could help other people out, you know, seeing somebody else do it. Or it also could work in the reverse if somebody could see me doing this and go, oh, hell no, there's no way I would want to do one of those. You know, both opinions are valid. There are times when I'm like, this is dumb. Why am I doing this? And then other times where I'm like, this is awesome. I'm so glad I'm doing this. I will say it does take more brain power. And if you're trying to get that high of finishing a kit, this is not the project. Unless you do a small one. It is definitely a long form project. Some people can just work on these and be totally fine. Towards the end of the day, there is not a good chance of me wanting to work on this because my brain is fried just from all the adulting and, you know, responsible thinking that I just kind of want to zone out, you know, watch some YouTube, work on my canvas with pre-printed symbols so I don't have to count and you know, get mad at myself because I screwed up a color and I put it in the wrong spot. And at first I was thinking, well, there's so many, there's a whole new world of patterns that you can't find as diamond paintings. And I don't know, and this could just be me speculating right now. And I feel like there weren't, I don't know, and maybe I just didn't know of more companies that made diamond paintings, right? But I feel like there are so many more diamond painting companies now than when I started diamond painting a year and a half ago. I mean, you pretty much had, you know, the basics. You had Diamond Art Club, you had Dreamer Designs, you had budget companies, and, you know, a few other smaller shops, you know, and that was it. And it didn't seem like a lot of companies were doing the, what do you call it? Where, you know, like, it's not print on demand, but where you can pick your diamond shape and you can, you know, choose what special drills you want. And there wasn't the FOMO. It was either a company had it in stock or they didn't. And so I thought it would be great because then you could find any image you want and not have to worry about a diamond company, painting company, like making the kit. But now there are so many companies out there that are making amazing kits, and you don't have the FOMO and you can pick. And a lot of the cross-stitch patterns, like if you're going the Heaven and Earth Designs route, you know, they are very, very detailed, very confetti heavy, and they're also ginormous. And I was trying to find one that was a little bit smaller, and that if I screwed it up, like I do every single time I work on this, you wouldn't be able to tell, because I could just push some diamonds around, call it good. That's why you put your lid on. Some of those Heaven and Earth Design ones, if you got off or you put diamonds in the wrong spot, you would have to fix it. And I kind of quickly realized that a lot of those are not for me. And just recently too, I've seen, Debbie, the Crafty Diamond, and Kimba from Kimba's Crafts, both have started a cross-stitch conversion kit, mainly an Amy Stewart cross-stitch pattern, and have abandoned them because the detail isn't there. And I think, at least I think Debbie's was a mini, but it's still huge. And I don't know if Kimba's was a mini or not, but the detail was not coming out. That is always my fear with some of those really detail, intricate cross-stitch patterns, is that it's not going to translate. I knew something like this. I was trying to go for something different because, you know, everybody does, you know, the Heaven and Earth Designs, which is fine if that's what you want to do. I wanted something a little more colorful, a little more abstract, something I hadn't seen someone do. And that's not to say that someone else has not done this. I just hadn't seen it. I hadn't really seen a lot of cross-stitch conversion patterns online. Oh my gosh, this one is, oh, they're so curvy on the butts. Curvy butts. So that's kind of, and I remember seeing Rebecca, Add More Zest. She would work on hers, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, like, it's so cool. And yeah, I thought, well, I could try it. Will I do another one? I don't know. At this point, I have a few patterns that I have purchased. And the more that I look at them and the more that I see other people, like, because I have an Amy Stewart, I don't know if it'll come out if I tried to do it. I don't want to spend the time and the energy and the money on materials for something that I'm going to abandon. So that sounds frustrating. Very, very frustrating. I could say it was peer pressure, but nobody pressured me to do this. I just thought, well, other people do it and they seem to like it, so maybe I'll like it. And I have days where I really enjoy it, and then I have other days where I'm like getting in the dumpster. And I did abandon one project because I did not like the materials. And so for me, I would not recommend. I recommend the Every Moment canvas. That is the canvas that I have had the best luck with. I did the Heaven and Earth Designs, the blank canvas. I don't know if it was just my canvas or if that's just how their canvases for diamond painting are, but the glue was really squishy, like squishy. It was almost like I was dipping it into slime that had partially hardened. Oh no, I couldn't slide the diamonds around nicely, and then with the art dot drills, they were gappy and I could see all the black lines through it. And it was a dumpster fire. And you know what? I threw it away. And I'm like, yep, nope. Well, I didn't throw it away. The canvas is hanging in my office, but there's no way I would finish that. Absolutely not. Okay. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm going to get through all of these questions. Oh, yeah. Nice. And Mushy said, because I'm crazy. Well, yeah, maybe. Oh, Marilyn says, besides the birth of your children or your wedding day, what is the best day you have had? Oh my gosh. Oh, best day. Oh, and Troll Central over there said the day that she met Mushmallow. Yes, that. Winner, chicken dinner. You nailed it. You freaking nailed it. Hello, teenager. You're finally up? I am recording. Would you like to say hi to the internet?
Okay.
Say hi.
Hi.
Teenager's finally up.
Cat.
No, don't put the cat on the table. Oh my gosh.
The people want to see him.
He already made an appearance.
The people want to see him.
Yes, the people do like to see him.
The people want to see him unless they don't want to see him, so I'm taking it.
Okay, you take the cat, please. Thank you. Best day of my life. Oh my gosh, I don't know. That's a hard one. I'm gonna have to think about that one, honestly. That's a hard one. I'm gonna have to come back to that one at a different time because I don't know. Look I finally got stumped. An hour and 36 minutes into the freaking video. Wow. Let's see. Kinsley says, how long did it take for you to decide to do a conversion? I am going to say I started diamond painting in March. And I saw other people doing it and I was like, that's cool, but that's stupid. No. And it probably took about 3 months of me seeing other people doing it for me to go, maybe I want to try that. So probably 3 months. And then I had to figure out, like, you know, because I had kind of seen other people order their supplies or talk about where they got supplies. But it was a big learning curve of how the heck do I even, like, okay, how do I figure out how big my canvas needs to be? You know, and I would ask people questions on their videos like, okay, if my canvas, or if the picture is this big, how big of a canvas do I need to make? Or how big of a canvas do I need to order? And where do I order a canvas? And where do I order drills from? There weren't a ton, sorry about the crinkling. There weren't a ton of videos out there that really were detailing all of the steps. And of course, then once I did it, then I saw other people make videos because I think so many people were interested in the process. And from what I gathered, some people would say that the reason they chose to do a conversion is because they had been diamond painting for so long and they wanted a challenge. And for me, I hadn't been diamond painting that long, so I think part of my brain was like, well, this could be interesting content for the channel. You know, like maybe, you know, we can all learn together. So that's kind of how that came to be. 415. Oh, and oh, what did Mushy say? No time, because obviously it was a trash decision in a moment of self-hatred. Sure, why not? Oh, God. I'm just going to say this now. If anybody's still here, it's been an hour and 30 minutes. There will be lots of trolling coming up in the next month or two before this pink and black event that we're hosting. So if you're interested in the poking and the prodding, then definitely subscribe to both of us, because it's only going to get worse. It is only going to get worse. And that's fine. It's fun. It's all for fun. Oh my gosh. Like, if anybody says like, oh my gosh, you guys are so... No, we're not mean. We're just poking at each other, because both of us have the same mindset of, you know what? If we can create a little bit of a humor in the world, then we're going to do it. And so it's all humorous. It's all in fun. If for some reason I said something that was actually really hurtful, she would say something and I would take my stuff down, or it's opposite, you know, it's all in good fun. I promise you. Let's see. Jill asked, do I do any, hello Duncan. Do I do any other animal impressions besides those of a cat? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I can kind of bark like a dog. I'm not really good at impressions though, so sadly no. I'm a one-trick pony in that aspect. Only cat sounds. Only cat sounds. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm getting towards the end, and I don't know how many questions are left. And oh, the troll said, nope, nope. She said no. I'm a good cat. Personal question. I will word it delicately. Are you a sock, shoe, a sock, shoe, then sock, shoe, or say, screw that, go barefoot? And that's from Jill. Again, I am going to say, ow, yikes. Oh, I just touched, oh, sorry. I just got my pen stuck in my hair, sorry. I always, and if I'm not making sense of the conversation, the question, then I apologize. I put my socks on like as soon as I get up from bed, because my feet are cold, and then I will put my shoes on before I leave the house. I do not wear shoes around the house because I don't need shoe germs getting all up in my carpet and stuff like that. So I put on my socks before I put on my shoes. Very, very rarely do I go barefoot, because I do not need to feel crumbs and other weird things under my feet. Nope. Oh my gosh, go in there. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, Jill's got a lot of questions. So, let's see. I am going to... she said, will I ever trust you to answer questions again? No. Yes, I will. Let's see. What type of true crime killer am I? Am I Team Earl, Black Eyed Peas, aka Poison, or Team Freddie K, a stabby? Did I do those already? I may have. This is why I shouldn't be allowed to answer questions while I'm done. I'd probably poison someone just because it seems cleaner and I might not get caught. Also, I don't know if I could actually stab someone. I mean, if they were like risking my family, then yeah, then I would definitely have to, you know, take them out. Okay, okay, Jill, I'm going to skip a few more of your questions. And, okay, I have like one more and then I'm going to be out of drills. So I will save the rest for another video. So if I didn't answer your questions, it is nothing personal. And I will let you know in the Facebook group that I did not answer your questions. But I will. Because that was kind of, oh dear, I'm screwing up. That was fun. Definitely fun. So if you have any other questions that I did not answer, put them in here. But I will get one more. Oh, let's see. So Christina asked, buying drills and canvases, the best places, cost effective. That goes in with the cross-stitch conversion questions. And I am going to say that, why does that look so, like, not right there? Doesn't it look kind of weird? Sorry. Squirrel. I will only, I think, do Evermoment at this point for canvases. Are they cost effective? There are cheaper places. I've never used them, so I cannot say what their quality level is, but I know lots of people in my Facebook group have ordered from Evermoment, and what is it? I think it's Home Fun. Home Fun. I could be wrong. I know people have ordered drills. Why does that not look right? Oh my God. You guys. I did it wrong. I did it wrong. No. I am such... So. Oh my God, this is such a fail. Okay. Who sees what I did wrong? Does anyone have a guess? Put it in the comments. Oh God, what did I do? So, what did I do wrong? Pattern looks right because the pattern is right. But let's zoom out and let's see if I'm at the same place on the canvas. No, I'm not, because I was supposed to work on this square and not this square. Well, that is unfortunate that I did not realize that while I was working on it, which means I have to pick all these off and redo it. Mother truckers. Okay. Well, I'm not going to pick these off on camera because there's going to be a lot of swearing going on. But, yeah. Okay. Well, that's going to be it today for everything. If you have any other questions you want me to answer, put them in a video, because next time I make a video, we're going to be working on this square again. Oh my God. I'm actually surprised this is the first time this happened. And I'm kicking myself for not actually, when I rotated, I know how it happened. I was looking at the canvas, the pattern like this, right? And then I turned it and I didn't reline it up. But yeah, so I'm gonna go and potentially cry just a little bit because that's an hour and a half of my life that I can't get back. So if you noticed this while I was working on it and you were like, that looks weird, please let me know so I can give you a virtual high five because you obviously were paying attention and I was not. Yeah. Okay. If you haven't, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, hearting, farting, doing all the freaking things. And I will see you guys again very, very soon. Big awkward hugs. Bye, guys.